Welcome, Fantasy Football Pros, to another countdown here at Uncle John Sports. In this exclusive video, we're about to unveil the top 8 fantasy football quarterbacks for Week 17 main slates at DraftKings and FanDuel. Be sure to check the comments of this video next week for the recap of how we did. And while you're here, help a brother out and hit that subscribe button before we get started with the countdown. Thanks! At the top of the list is Jalen Hurts of the Eagles. The Eagles are still trying to lock down playoff positioning and win the NFC East, so Jalen will be incentivized to keep playing at a high level. His dual threat skills should be on display against the soft Arizona defense ranked 27th overall and 32nd versus the run. Next up is Dallas' Dak Prescott. Dak has a shootout with the Lions lined up for Saturday night in the big city. Current total score projections around 52 points. Bonus, the opposing QB Jared Goff is also a solid play at number 13. Dak has an easier path to points as the Detroit defense is ranked 23rd versus the pass, while the Dallas pass defense is 5th. Dak also plays better at home in the cozy confines of Jerry World. Speaking of dual threats, in third this week is Buffalo's Josh Allen. Josh has scored more touchdowns with his legs than his arm in the last month. He's rushed for 6 in the last 4 games. A solid New England run defense might force him to throw more this week, but we'll take those points too. Coming in at number 4 is San Francisco's Brock Purdy. The former Mr. Irrelevant is certainly showing his relevance now, with over 4,000 passing yards and 31 total touchdowns already. Expect those numbers to grow this week facing the putrid Washington defense ranked 32nd overall and 31st versus the pass. Purdy's salary is curiously low on DraftKings, thus making him the best point per dollar option on that site. Next we have another dual-threat quarterback, anyone noticing a trend, in Baltimore's Lamar Jackson. This is another game featuring 2 high-powered offenses jockeying for playoff position. Look for Lamar to utilize all of his talents in search of a victory over the Dolphins. Note that Lamar is the best point per dollar value on FanDuel. Floating up to number 6 is Kansas City's Patrick Mahomes. Patrick and the Chiefs in general have uncharacteristically struggled over the last few weeks. Even as such, they are still atop the unusually weak AFC West and looking to secure playoff positioning. Look for a rebound game for Patrick this week versus a weak Cincinnati defense ranked 31st overall and 28th versus the pass. Number 7 this week is Green Bay's Jordan Love. Jordan has impressed in his first full year as a starter, approaching 4,000 total yards and 30 touchdowns so far. Look for him to get some scramble yards this week against a Minnesota defense that likes to bring the pressure, as both these teams fight for a spot in the playoffs. Finally, we have Chicago's Justin Fields at number 8 on the countdown. Dual-threat Justin Fields is trying to convince the Bears brass not to draft another quarterback in 2024, so expect to get max effort from him over these last 2 weeks even as the Bears slip out of playoff contention. That will wrap it up for this listicle. If you have liked what you see here, please like and comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel for more fantasy football content in the future. Remember to check all players' health and game status prior to kickoff. Have a happy new year and make some money!